So hi, Keith. Could you introduce yourself to us, please?
Hello, my name's Keith Walker, and I'm the Associate Head of School for Teaching and Learning, but I'm responsible for the first module that many of our students take part in, called Preparation for Professional Practice.
Brilliant. And I think that's an interprofessional module, isn't it? And I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about how students coming into the School of Health Professions could perhaps prepare for this first interprofessional module.
Sure. So it's a great privilege to run this module. I love it to death. It's about becoming a healthcare practitioner. Every single student who has been accepted on our course, we have said, wow, we think you are good enough to become a healthcare professional. And whilst we have 7 different professions here, including social work, social workers, part of the health and social care professions, including social workers. So we have 7 different professions. We put them all in the same place, and we begin to learn what it's like to be a health and social care professional, and what are the characteristics of a health and social care professional, and what is it important to remember about those roles that is different than from, for instance, doing an English degree or a maths degree, important as they are. So each individual student has if you like, almost a calling, if you like, to be a health and social care profession. And we explore that in the first module and try and get to the bottom of what it is to be that special type of individual.
Brilliant, thank you. And is there anything that you would recommend people sort of perhaps read or look at on the internet before they come? Or
so of course, there's an enormous amount. There's this huge thing called the internet with everything we should ever want. But what I would suggest you do, particularly if you're in the healthcare profession, so if you're physiotherapy, occupational therapy, paramedicine, etc., have a look at the HCPC website. So just put HCPC into Google and have a look, and you'll see that that is the regulator that looks over all healthcare professionals and tells them really what is expected of them in their behavior, and also what's expected of them in terms of their clinical activities. And you'll see that they're all split up into different professions. Now, the social workers have their own regulator called Social Work England, and you can go and have a look and find the same material pertaining to social workers up there. Now, those of you who are seeing this video and are postgraduate, because we have lots of postgraduate students at the university doing advanced healthcare courses, you will be aware of the HCPC, and you will know what is expected. But nevertheless, it's often useful to go back and look at those standards and to refresh your memory and to see what it is about the core values of a healthcare professional that you can bring to your first module. So that's a good place to start.
Brilliant, thank you. And whilst we have you, is there anything else you would recommend people perhaps research before coming to us, or anything else they need to think about?
Well, underpinning all degree level learning is this idea of reading for a degree. And we're very keen on this in Plymouth. We really, really encourage you to read widely and extensively. And you know what? It doesn't really matter where you think you need to start. What you can do very easily these days is get an audio book, you know, or even get a proper, God forbid, an actual paper book, but around the subjects that you're looking for, around the subjects that you're examining. But don't be too specific or technical at the moment. Look more broadly. So terms like evidence-based practice, which is the very basis upon which we all look at how we clinically practice, or even critical thinking. There are some wonderful Palgrave books on critical thinking, or even study skills. Now, you may think, well, you know what, I've got A levels, I'm pretty good, I'm gonna be able to do this study skill business, and you may well do. But you know what? It's fantastic to have that little extra bit of support. Go and have a look at those sort of titles of books and just read. Doesn't matter where you read, just read, and you will find that anything that you read will contribute to your learning as you go through.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Keith. And people can look forward to seeing you in September.
They can, and I look forward to seeing you all, even if it is on Zoom.
Lovely. Thanks, Keith. We'll stop it there. Thanks.